Hey guys, how you doing today, guys? So we have my friend in the house today, and he's Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Thanks for coming on the show. We've been waiting for you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so Mr. Brown, just introduce yourself, please.
Okay, yeah. My name is Mr. Brown Okoje, the founder and executive director of Great Eastern Returnees Association, a registered organization. I'm also a returned migrant from Libya.
All right, Mr. Brown, it's good to have you in the house today.
Thank you.
You heard Mr. Brown, he said it's a returned migrant from Libya. So, Mr. Brown, would like to know, why did you travel to Libya?
Wow, why I traveled to Libya? I'm married with 3 kids.
Okay.
Before I left, I was living in Lagos with
Okay.
my children. Then I lost my dad. So when I lost my dad, then we can't relocate back to my community. Then my uncle promised after my dad burial, then he will carry me travel overseas. Then immediately after my dad burial, he just forget about the whole issue. Then I was in the community trying to survive with my family, but things were not going well. So because of the hardship, the income of the day, the expenses of the day was more than the income of the day in what I'm doing, because I'm a stylist. So things were very difficult. Things were not going well. So I decided to travel through the idea of my old friend who traveled through the irregular means and is doing well, sending money home, flexing. So he has like 3 cars.
Wow.
So this is a person that some years ago would look at like person when off a key fly. So he was like, bro, what you did do? Your mates are making money outside there and you are a stylist, because I know how to plait hair, I barb, fix eyelashes and other things. So it was like, with this your handwork, you can make ends meet for yourself in Europe. You'll be getting paid in dollar. So I was like, okay, let me try. So I wanted to make the first move. I called a friend, a very close friend of mine in Europe. He was like, where you want follow? I say, where they want follow before? I say, I want follow through Libya now, where you pass? He said, bro, don't try it. Because waiting in see, he went to about 4 prisons in Libya before getting to Europe. Because the major problem here, we are being motivated, we use, especially the potential migrants, are being motivated by the successful stories of the young ones.
And when these people tell you that they went through hell, you would not believe
you don't want
them
to believe.
because
You will be trying, like when he told me, in my mind I was like, you don't need my progress.
Exactly.
For you to pass that road, you get 2 heads. So that was my mindset. So I told my mom was like, no, Brown, you don't have to follow that route. Just be patient. Be doing your business. When the time comes, you get your visa and go to abroad.
And eventually you went through that road.
So I was like, so when I later meet up mine, after some like a month, I never told anybody. I only discussed it with my wife. My wife kicked against it, that I should not travel. But I was like, no, I need to travel to make life better. So one of the key things that is really making people to travel, one, because most times in those states, you know, in Edo State, the youths, they like traveling.
Edo in particular?
Edo in particular. Yeah. They like traveling, both irregular and regular. You understand? They like traveling. So December period, most time, you see people bringing luggages.
Is that the ones they call buggers? Like?
Yes. So bringing things. So oppression, because of money and all. You see your age mate driving a very big car. At the end of the day, they will tell you they passed through this irregular. So
you start asking yourself, what's the essence of being good or being staying here?
Do you understand? And in my community where I come from, 60 or 50% of people who are in abroad pass through that irregular means, and a lot of them are doing well.
And majority of them survived.
Survived, and we don't even bother looking at the disadvantage of it, because they lost a lot of lives. People suffered. So we are not even thinking of what we want to know is John don't enter.
And so because there are some successful stories.
A lot of successful stories.
If others died, you will not die.
You will not die. A lot of successful stories.
Yes.
And it's a very big problem in our community.
Yes. So Mr. Brown, what was the most challenging thing for you on that road to Europe? I guess you stopped in Libya. Did you get to Europe?
No.
Right, so what was the most challenging, just one most challenging thing that you can never forget?
So the route, if we want to try to talk about the dangers involved in that irregular migration
The story
stuff,
no go finish.
it no go finish.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But there are some things I will never forget. Let me just say a lot of things, but let me just point out a few.
Yes, just one strategic one. Yeah.
Like I spent 2 days on top of the Mediterranean Sea.
2 day, night, day, night.
No food, no water.
No food, no water for 2 days.
Because the water is salty in the Mediterranean Sea.
And if you are asked to fast for 2 days, you'll be crying that you can't fast for 2 days.
Ulcer go one finish.
Hey.
When I came back, I developed ulcer now.
Oh.
Because there was a spot 1 week we didn't eat.
So if you got to the sea, meaning you got to Europe?
Yeah, I even got to the Blue Sea. That is the boundary between Africa and Italy. So I spent 2 days there. Yeah. And our boat were sinking and our engine got spoiled. So along the line, the fishermen came, rescued us. So along the line, you know, it's very easy. It's very hard to find good persons these days. Yeah. So he sold us.
The fishermen that rescued you sold you.
Sold us to an Arab man. And this issue of truncated business in Europe is mostly done by blacks like us, mostly Nigerians.
Nigerians said their brothers.
Exactly. Okay. I was sold by my own burger.
So, but by burger, what do you mean? Because some persons
that's traffickers.
Okay.
So I was sold by my own practical. I is a person that we are like a family friend.
So, Mr. Brown, it's a good thing you're back here with us. We are happy the fishermen rescued you. If not, you'd have only God knows what would have happened on that sea.
Exactly.
So it's a good thing.
Souls were gone.
You can imagine.
A lot of people died.
So since you got back to Nigeria, how has it been?
Let me say, it's just like, if not because I was married, maybe I would have sold even my boss out before I'm back on that journey. Because I believe I'm not coming back again. Okay. So but because of my wife, so yes, even when my family was like, okay, they should move to my family where my mother said no, you people should remain there. Yeah. So because when I came back, I made a lot of debt. Because when I was in prison, my mother, my brother, my sisters, everybody were running a tasketa to raise money so that I can get freed. So they sold land, a lot of things. There's something that really happened. At the airport, there is a hotel they lodge us so that the next day we can come back to we can go to our various states. Yeah. So that very day, the hotel management, I pleaded with one of the receptionists to help me with a phone so that I can call my people. Because for about 6 months, they have not heard from me. Oh. So they were like, maybe something bad have happened to me, or maybe I don't deliver entire Europe. So it were 2 things. So I have to pick up the phone and call my wife. Hello, this is me. So she was very happy. How was the reaction
like? She was happy to hear
your voice again. She was the happiest person on earth. So I called my mom. So I told them, right now I don't think I'm coming back home. I want to find a place to I want to stay in Lagos. Then I was thinking of going to Ghana from that place. The reason why I was thinking not to go back to my community was because of the debt. Okay. But the first empowerment I got when I came back was from my wife and my mom. They encouraged me and said, you came back with life. In fact, if you come, if they want to kill us, may they kill us because you're alive again. So they encouraged me through the phone. I was like, wow, okay, no problem. So a friend of mine equally said that I should give him the phone so I can call his own family. So he picked up the phone, dialed the number. He was trying to call the mother. So like, hello, mommy, now SARS, so which was SARS? My pikin went to Europe. Say no, mommy, they don't carry me come back. I did Nigeria. He said from that place,
continue,
find where go, because if you call house, that's a big problem. So I have a very horrible experience at the Sahara Desert. This is what gave birth to my own organization, Great Eastern Returnees Association. Yeah. What we do, we go out to sensitize the general populace on the dangers involved in human trafficking and irregular migration all because of our
So
experiences.
that's to show you admit that that was a mistake on your part.
Yeah.
You don't want others to go through that again.
Because the truth is that when I came back, I spent about, let me say, almost going to 2 years.
Yeah.
When I calculated all the money spent on me during that journey, almost more than 2 million naira.
That's enough to do something substantial. Yeah.
You know, we have different mindsets. So what really gave birth to my organization, Great Eastern Returnees Association, GERA, at the Sahara Desert, when I was embarking on the journey, I encountered with a very good friend of mine. We met on the journey, it was good. We were living together as brothers. So at the Sahara Desert, because I drank peace at the Sahara Desert.
Peace as in urine?
Yeah, because I spent almost a month in the Sahara Desert.
And there was no water to drink?
There was no water. So a lot of people were dying.
Okay.
So this friend of mine, you know, somebody you have come across with, you have taken as your brother.
Yeah.
A friend in that journey. We sleep together, we do everything together, we plan together, we sleep together. So on a very good day, the guy just gave up. Understand? It was in my palms when he gave up. And the last word he said was like, man, I was not fully informed. So my friend was not fully informed. Yeah. So you know, information is power.
Yeah,
so
it is.
When I came back, I put it upon myself to use my own story, my experience, to sensitize the community,
to make sure
people are fully informed, and then to make sure because we have a lot of the local villages that are
areas.
So as an organization, we go far deep to sensitize the general populace, the youths.
Yeah.
We go to market square, we go to schools, town hall meetings, a lot.
And these are areas that these guys catch there.
And the truth is that if you are telling somebody you should not migrate, it's just like the area, as I earlier said, I came from a place where this irregular migration has been a very good story. So a place where you will go to the market square and start saying, yeah, you should not go to, you want to not go Libya, like, Libya no good though. They will even store you.
Yeah.
You go, here want tomatoes for your head, bo. Here want pepper for your head, bo. So is a place that they have a lot of successful stories.
Yeah, so
but what we do is, if we are telling them they should not go, sensitizing them, we try to bring an alternative to the potential migrant.
Because you
like this is a job opportunity.
Yes,
what are you giving them?
The table?
The economy is not friendly. A lot of graduates are out there, no jobs. So we try as possible to say, okay, this is an opportunity. If you are interested, you can come to our office. Truly, a lot has benefited from.
That's really a nice one,
yes.
Mr. Jera. I'm calling Mr. Jera now because the movement you've started is a good one.
So that is it. So we are still trying as possible to make sure we go far and wide to sensitize people.
You will, Mr. Brown, you will.
Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Brown, you remember the words of your friend and said he was not informed. So he started to inform people. So if you had to inform one person today not to go on this route, what would you tell the person?
Wow, you are signing a death warrant.
Oh, you are signing a death warrant if you go on that route.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brown, for coming on the show. We hope to see more of you. Thank you so much for coming. With that, we end today's episode, guys.
Show me some love. Turn to chapter 126.